Yo,
Hey, what's going on, brother?
how are you?
Very good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. I know it's taken a while for us to connect, but I know you're out there doing your thing and all over the place. My hair looks crazy because I've been at the gun range.
All good.
All right, so now you're for the folks who are coming in the room and listening to us. Your name is it Michel? Right?
Michelle, yep, that's it.
Michel Valbrun. Now you're a CPA and a tax strategist. I've had tax issues in the past. Well, way back in the day, before I had money, I actually um, filed for bankruptcy, but I ended up paying my bankruptcy off when I sold my house. So I
Right.
got Chapter 11, but I don't have those issues now. But with tax breaks and everything, I've been trying as a CEO, and a lot of people who listen to me and follow Hollywood Unlocked started wanting to start their companies, want to know how to navigate through the existing laws and the new laws coming up. So talk to us about Valbrun, your company. Oh, boy, that's your last name, but talk to us about your company and what you do.
Yes, sir. So yeah, Jason, appreciate you having me on. So as you mentioned, my name is Michel Valbrun. I'm a certified public accountant, tax strategist, award-winning author, and excuse me, also owner and founder of the Valbrun Group. And basically, what we do is we help entrepreneurs, individuals, investors save $10,000 to $100,000 in taxes legally and ethically. Help them maneuver through the tax code, and that's what we've been doing for the literally the past 10 years now. Helping people save that money. Over the past year, we helped our clients save over $9 million in taxes using our strategies. And really, it's just about educating them on what they need to do to save money on the tax code.
So how do you help small businesses like us with outsourcing CFO work? Like you step in as a CFO for all the other companies?
Yeah, so basically, so let's say you have a company and you need like an outsourced CFO, so you need someone to manage your accounting, you need someone to kind of give you guidance like on a monthly basis and give you direction on what you need to be doing to save your business some money or kind of help you take that next step to take your business to that next level. That's kind of what we do to help our clients and small business owners.
So one of the biggest questions I had, or one of the biggest questions people had when Biden was running for office, was that he was going to raise everybody's taxes. And I know a lot of clients were like bugging out, wanting to know if that was accurate. Now, is that true? Like, is that something that we should be worried about? Somebody like me in the higher tax bracket?
Yeah, so a little bit, yeah. So basically, what's going to happen is so Biden he's proposing that he's trying to increase taxes on people who are making over 400,000 or more. So anyone who's making less than $400,000, his promise, his guarantee is that he's not going to increase taxes for those individuals, but those who are making more than 400,000, he wants to tax them because he feels like they have enough money in order to pay, some of the taxes and pay some of that tax burden. So it's not official yet. Once he gets in office, he has to go ahead and get that passed through Congress and Senate or whatever. So, they may vote for it, they may vote against it. So it all depends on, whether it's mostly Democrats in there, Republicans. But yeah, no, he's looking to increase the tax rates on just overall the federal tax rates. He's increasing those. He's increasing the like corporate rates as well. He is looking to, kind of cut out some of the tax strategies and loopholes that Donald Trump put in place when he was in office, because he did like this huge tax reform and he was trying to reduce taxes for especially the rich and investors and entrepreneurs and business owners. So like, yeah, so that is something to be aware of. But the reason why I say you don't need to be too worried about it is like once you work with someone, or if you work with someone that can kind of give you like the heads up on what's going on and what they're about to do as far as like increasing taxes, then you'll be straight, you'll be good.
But are they eliminating tax breaks? Like, because I know like one thing that Trump has benefited from, and a lot of big businesses benefit from, are tax breaks. And some of us small business owners who have become more educated on tax breaks have benefited from them. So, what do you think?
Yeah, so no, there's always going to be tax breaks. So really, when you look at the tax code, just overall, and this has been no matter whether it's Democrat, Republican, whoever's been in office, the tax code has always benefited entrepreneurs, investors, people who are doing real estate, because in the government's eyes, those are the individuals and those are the people who are helping, the country and kind of paying for different things. So like as a business owner, right? You have employees, so you're giving people jobs. As a business owner, you have products and services that you're offering, so you're like circulating money and you're helping the economy. As a real estate professional, right? Let's say you own property, you're invested in real estate, you own apartments, etc. basically with that, you're providing housing for people. Again, you're having people spend money in the economy, so all that kind of stuff helps benefit. So that's always going to be around. There's like specific things that Trump put in place, like he decreased like the corporate tax rate. Before, when Trump was in office, like 21%. They're increasing that back up to in the 30s. So basically what Biden's doing, he's kind of reversing everything that Trump put in place as far as like additional tax strategies and tax savings. But you know, that's always, again, if you're a business owner, investor, that's always going to benefit you. So
Is that a good thing then?
it depends on how you look at it. You know what I mean? So it depends on it's a good thing in the sense that he wants to increase the tax revenue over the next 10 years, I believe. So I think his plan is to increase it by like 2.4 trillion or to 4 trillion. So basically he wants to just increase more of that tax revenue so they can do more things in the economy, so the government has more money to use in order to continue to stimulate money. So whether that's, you know, providing loans, whether that's, you know, providing, you know, affordable programs and helping people who are less fortunate. So those kind of things, that's what they're looking to do.
Why is tax strategy important? I mean, does everybody need to have a tax strategy?
Yeah, no, it's 100% important. So like when you think about, I always ask people like, what's your single largest expense? And you know, a lot of people tell me like, oh, it's my mortgage, it's my car note, it's my student loans, it's like all these different things. I'm just like, when you break it down, taxes are like your single largest expense. Because if you think about it, right, when you make money, you pay income tax. When you pay for something, you pay sales tax. When you buy property, you pay property tax. When you sell the property for more than what you pay for it, you pay capital gains tax. And
So
when
is
you die,
there a way, and when you die, you got to pay death tax?
you got to pay estate tax. Someone's paying for it. Somebody's going to pay for it.
So, so is there a strategy, and I hope this isn't illegal, but it's just in me to ask, is there a strategy to avoid paying all these taxes?
There's ways to reduce how much money you pay on those taxes, or there's ways that you could avoid it. So you have a concept called tax avoidance and tax evasion. So tax avoidance, that's using the tax code and identifying different ways you could save and reduce how much money you pay in taxes. Tax evasion, on the other hand, that's like you like lying about your money.
That's when you go into jail.
Right, that's when you go into jail, pretty much. Yeah, so you don't want to do any tax evasion. You want to make sure you understand how you can save money on taxes. And when it comes to saving money on taxes, there's like 6 big ways to do it, right? So the first part is like maximizing your deductions. So as a business owner, you have you have your business expenses, right? So you could take a whole bunch of write-offs for pretty much spending money on your business. So if you're in the pursuit of making money, if you're in business, you could take write-offs. And I have this acronym that I came up with, which is called tax-free. And the first part of that is F. So it needs to be for business. So if it's for business, then you could write that off for your business. The next requirement is it needs to be considered regular for your business. So like for you, for instance, like you kind of look at your business, let's say from the social media front, let's say you're spending money on ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads, that's regular for your business. That makes sense.
Creating content, everything it takes to produce the content.
Exactly. And the next part of that is E, which is essential. So it needs to be also essential for you to kind of continue to run your business, generate revenue. And the last part of that is extravagant less, which just means like it can't be extravagant. So let's say your business is making like $50,000. You can't be going out spending like $30,000 on a meal. You know what I'm saying? That's extravagant for that kind of business. So it needs to be like, it needs to be reasonable with how much money that business is making.
Right. What are one of the biggest things that people miss when it comes to taxes and the importance of working with somebody like you?
Yeah, I found that a lot of people, let's say they're just starting off in business, a lot of times people feel like because they didn't make any money in their business, they don't want to report that on their taxes. And they end up missing out because as a business owner, especially as your first year, let's say you have those losses can be applied to other income for that business, and or start that loss, those losses could be applied to other income, and that could help reduce how much money you pay in taxes. So that's one thing. Another thing that people aren't aware of is, again, like that proactive planning, like understanding, okay, what can you write off? What can't you write off? So that's a huge thing that people are missing out on. A lot of times, another thing I notice with entrepreneurs and business owners is they're not separating their personal taxes from, their personal money from their business money. So as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you need to have like a personal account where you have all your personal stuff, and you have to have a business account as well. Because basically, if you don't have that in place, the government can come after you. Let's say someone comes to your business, they can, instead of having like, you have like the LLC that kind of protects you, protects your business from your personal assets. If you don't, if you're not separating it, then you kind of lose that protection.
Yeah, I remember I got sued once when they had subpoenaed me, not subpoenaed me, but basically we were going through discovery and they were trying to see my finances because they wanted to see how my money was being spent. And so we just resolved it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I learned that early on. Okay, and so what about black businesses or black business owners in general? What is the why I think it's even more important for them to get involved with having a clear tax strategy because I really feel like we're already the minority, and when it comes to money, they're always looking. So why not have our shit buttoned up?
Right, 100%. Yeah, I think what I noticed, especially for us, is that, yeah, we, unfortunately, with our community, kind of like that barrier to entry to get this game, to get this information has always been like money. You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of times when it comes to taxes, when you really get down to those strategies, like all the stuff that Trump was doing with his tax return for him to pay 750, you know, that usually to get that kind of information, that kind of game, you have to spend a whole bunch of money. So with us, you know what I mean? Like we're not really up on that information, that knowledge. So I think number one, it's important for us to connect and work with, you know, a CPA, someone who's going to kind of walk you through, you know, that process and kind of look at your business and kind of give you some information, and then also be willing to invest in order to do that too, because that's what a lot of, you know, if you could work with someone, let's say you spend like a couple hundred, but they could show you how to save $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 over like the long term, then that's going to benefit you. So I think for us, we're kind of scared to, you know what I mean, either make that investment, or we feel like we got to be rich in order to take advantage of the tax code. And that's another misconception too. Like the tax breaks and tax advantages, that's not for the rich. That's for everyone. You just got to put yourself in a position to where.
Just take advantage of it because they actually do the work.
Exactly. Yep. And then and that's another thing too. You got to actually implement it. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. So you got to, once you get the information, once you get the game, then you actually got to implement it.
So speaking of game, I'm an author. You're an author. You have Prolific Profit. What do you outline in that book?
Yeah. So in that book, coincidentally, so I actually wrote that book back in 2019. It was actually after the recent passing of Nipsey Hussle. So rest in peace. I was actually out in LA. And I wanted to pull up. I wanted to look at, wanted to check out the Marathon clothing store. So I pulled up, seen the mural or whatever, and I'm looking at it. And I look at his right eyebrow, and I see the word prolific. And like literally, something told me, was like, "Yo, that's the name of the book. That's what you need to talk about." And really, that book is called Prolific Profit: How Successful Businesses Maximize Profits and Dominate the Market. You know, he was all about business and kind of buying back the block and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I was trying to give, you know, accounting game and tax game in a way for our community to understand, for us to be able to resonate. In that book, I talk about what's called the CPA success system. So the first part of that is C. So I pretty much, the way the book is structured is I have the first part, which is C, which is clarity. So helping you understand currently where you're at, and then helping you to where you want to go. The next part of the book is P, which is power. So giving you the tools, knowledge, information that you need in order to take your business, your life to the next level. And that last part of that is accountability. So I kind of break down how you need to find someone and work with someone in order to do that. So I talk about a whole bunch of accounting concepts. I talk about tax concepts. I talk about how to really, you know, manage your business in a way that's going to help you really grow and be successful.
I mean, with all of that, I mean, I know you do a lot of public speaking, but what are you doing now during COVID? I mean, are you extra busy? Are you not as busy?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, I've been even more busy than I was last year, because one, we had all those loans that are coming out there, right? So, you know, a lot of people need to help with accounting. They need to get their numbers right. That's another thing that we're missing out on.
You help people with like the PPP loans too?
Yep. So PPP loans, EIDL, so all those kind of loans. One of the things that happened was, like, for us, we didn't have our accounting records and all that, our finances in order, whatever. So I was busy kind of helping people out with that. Then too, you know, just as I continue to promote myself, I've been going really hard on online and social media. And because everyone's home, you know what I'm saying, like, they see my content more and see me more, which kind of kept me even more busy, and, you know, just really kind of continuing to push the bar on that. So
So for somebody like me that just I didn't do the CP because I didn't really need it, but then I pretty much lost free money. Is that going to happen again? And if so, how would you help me?
Yeah, so they're looking to kind of do like another round. It probably won't be as heavy because when COVID first hit, it was kind of so sudden, it was so quick. So basically, what they're looking to do is I think they're still gonna give out some stimulus checks or whatever. You may or may not qualify for that because you're probably in a higher income bracket, but they still have the loans out. And then those aren't the only loans either. So there's always been business loans out there.
But paycheck protection is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. So the paycheck protection, they still have some of those available, but again, it's not they before they were giving out more money, but as far as doing like a second round of it, it's still kind of up in the air. I'm not I don't think I've heard of them coming back with another round of that per se. So you may have, but like I said, there's other business loans out there too. So that wasn't like that's not the only one. That was just kind of the most publicized one that was out there. But like the SBA has a whole bunch of different loans and programs that you can always take advantage of.
So what do you want people to know about you now, and where can they find you?
Yeah, so really what I want people to know about me is definitely I want you guys to link up with me at Michel Valbrun, so you can find me on Instagram, obviously. You can find me on all social media platforms, YouTube, all that. And then also, too, I wanted to share with the people that I have a program, a course called Tax Wealth 101. So you can pick it up at taxwealth101.com. Basically, I'm giving out a whole bunch of game and information about how you can save money on taxes, how you can save money on how you can create generational wealth using taxes. So basically one of the tax strategies that I talk about is how if you have children, you could pay your children through the business. And that's a way for you to take a tax deduction and be able to, purchase things for your kids. And so it's like a two-way, two kind of like a double benefit for you. So I talk about things like that. I talk about retirement. I talk about a whole bunch of things that you could do and really how to navigate the tax code. So yeah, I think if you guys are interested, and linking up with me, that's probably like the easiest way to get connected and get the information. And two, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you know what I mean? I have, you can check out my website, valbrungroup.com. Shoot me a DM as well. And yeah, let's work.
And so we'll save this video for people watching, and for you to we'll put it in a story on our website, and then you'll be able to share that link out. We'll make sure that people get it.
Cool, cool. Appreciate you, bro.
No, for sure. Keep killing it. And when you hear about some loans, hit up Alyssa. Let me know.
I got you.
I appreciate
No doubt. I appreciate you.
it. All right, bye bye.